everybody, it's Charles from Craving Shaving. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. I have not shaved in a little bit. Now I'm growing out the goatee during this, whatever you want to call it, COVID-19 situation. But I've not shaved for quite a while and need to shave up, clean up the other bits. So we're going to go ahead and do that today. Star of the show really for this shave is Boomtown Bay Rum. I love this scent, love the soap. Just got the aftershave Star Jelly, so we'll be doing a totally Boomtown Bay Rum themed shave today, which is awesome. I've already got it loaded up in my Craving Shaving lather bowl, which are not in production as of yet. I just don't have the stuff to make them yet. And with this brush, which we will get into later on. Actually, yeah. Well, no, I better do it now before there's lather everywhere. So this is something I've just tooled around with the idea of. Let me know what you think. I've already had some setbacks that have made me not want to do this in production. I've used this brush before, but it may look a little different to you than it did last time. Here's the thing. Okay, I put a magnet, a really strong neodymium magnet, on the knot, and in here, it's pretty crude, but I've put another magnet in there, and they magnet in. I have a tuxedo knot that has the same magnet, and it can pop in there. And I've used it a bit. Now, I didn't get everything perfectly with this first one. It was just kind of a proof of concept. And I did have one time I pulled the knot and both magnets came out. So maybe not the best thing, but still kind of a fun thing to have around. It's one of the perks of being a brush maker, I guess, is I can just goof around with some ideas like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start lathering up. I did not feel my sink up. That's probably okay. Let's start lathering up. So, this scent, for those of you who have not looked into it before, need a lot more water than that. Very, very manly scent in my opinion. It's got the bay rum kind of as a supporting role to some gunpowder and leather, and it's just really, really nice. This is not the CK6 formula from PAA. This is the Cocoa Butter formula, which in my opinion is just fine. I do like CK6 better, but I'm also really cheap, and so it's nice that they have kind of two different price points there. One if you really want to spoil yourself, or if you just really like the finer things in life, and one for school teachers and people who don't have as much money to throw at stuff. It's really, really nice. I appreciate the opportunity to choose there. Man, I put a ton of soap in here. I've been shaving with my gel tip badger knot, and I'm used to running out of lather. I'm definitely not going to this time around. Okay. Alright. Way too much, especially since I only have part of my face to shave. Hope everyone's doing well during the COVID-19 craziness. I just got in from, I actually went into my school, my classroom today to try to get things done. We actually have midterms, which just feels laughable to me. I feel like it's impossible that we're already at midterms, which this whole situation feels like it's dragging on, but also going by really fast in some areas, and professionally it feels like it's going by really fast. And at this point, I'm worrying about next school year, what next school year has to offer. But honestly, I am someone who loves my job. I love going in. I love teaching. I love science. I love everything about it, except for answering emails and grading stuff. And now all of my work consists of answering emails and grading stuff, it feels like. So, man, this is the wrong shirt to wear for this. All right, the razor that I just got soap all over is the RazoRock Hawk version 2. This is the aluminum one, and we're going to go ahead and use that today. It's also very hard. So I don't live in the city that I teach in. I live in the city over, a more rural city. And because of that reason, I don't go into my classroom as often as I had originally planned, just because it's a 20-minute drive, which isn't crazy, I guess, but it's more than I'd kind of like to do if I can just do stuff at home. So I keep telling myself I'm just going to do stuff at home, and then it's really hard. For those of you who don't know, I've got 4 daughters. One is a baby, one's 8, and then the others are in between that. And there are various degrees of needing help with stuff. Kind of makes it hard for me to, and I have a hard time too, because my wife tells me, just lock yourself in our bedroom, because we don't have like an office or anything, even. Just lock yourself in the bedroom and I'll take care of everything. And I'm like, okay, sounds great. But then I'm hearing, the craziness out there, and I feel bad just sitting and making her deal with all of it. Just makes things hard. But sometimes I just got to get stuff done, so I will go into the classroom and get stuff done. And that's really good, and then I can usually go in, get ahead, and then help out my wife a little bit more during the week. It's just been so hard figuring out this whole thing, working from home. It's made me decide I don't want to teach online classes, for what that's worth. Because I thought about that, trying to get in with a university somewhere and teach online classes at some point. And I don't know, I don't think I want to do that. Well, part of it is the age group I teach too, I guess. I teach 7th graders, and sometimes it seems like half of what I'm doing is answering the same question over and over. That can be tedious. Otherwise, though, things are good. Man, I'm feeling like I'm sounding like a downer. I'm not loving work right now, but things are good, guys. Don't worry. I'm able to get quite a bit done out in the shop at night, not during the day when the kids are up, but at night I'm not having to wake up nearly as early because I don't have to be available to my students until 8 o'clock, which is way later. Well, an hour later, anyway, I guess. But I can wake up at 8 and be ready for them, if I have things planned from the day before. And so I'm staying up later than I usually do. That gives me some time to be out in the shop. Speaking of which, tonight, yeah, hopefully if I get this uploaded, by then I can give some of you a heads up, and some of you can actually make it this time. But on Instagram, my Instagram, Craving Shaving on Instagram, I am doing a live brush turning tonight. So I'm actually turning a couple of the ones that we did in the live pour that I did a while back. So that should be fun. I've kind of been holding on to those, hoping to do a live, trying to figure it out, and I finally today got a phone holder that should work. Oh, another bit of Craving Shaving news, those of you interested. I did order some gel tip badger knots. Finally, so they hopefully they're going to be arriving sometime soon. I mean, sometime this week, hopefully, maybe next week. I ordered them last week. They'll be pricey, which I don't love. If you've followed me for a while, kind of the idea behind Craving Shaving has always been trying to keep prices down. Ooh. However, if you get in on making brushes, you realize there's a lot of expenses that go into it, and I am still trying to keep prices down. But if I'm going to be able, I mean, these knots cost me a lot to buy, and so obviously I have to charge more. I'm like justifying this to myself. This is just how business works. I'm just not a very good business person. So I'm going to sell them as cheap as I can, but it's still going to be way more. Honestly, what's blown my mind is the brushes, the knots, I mean, are probably going to cost more than the handle that it goes in. My base price for just like for a normal brush, it's just resin, nothing special about it, is $40. And these knots are going to cost somewhere between $40 and $50. Which isn't super unusual. That darn Rob and his, I'm cut somewhere. There's blood on my hand. That darn Rob and his Manchurians are a premium knot like they're not the same, but they're premium like this, and he sells them for between $50 and $60, I think, depending on the time that you catch them. It's just because they cost a lot. Don't judge anyone on how much they sell these premium knots for. They're not just out to gouge you. It's just they're so expensive to buy. Just so you know. That's feeling good. I think I'm a little bit raw. I have no idea how many uses are on this blade. That was really good. Anyway, that was a lot of rambling. But bear with me. I'm going to turn the camera off, clean up a bit, and I'll come back for some post-shave stuff. Okay. Boomtown Bay Rum Star Jelly. If you haven't given Star Jelly a try, give it a try. It's great stuff. That's probably too much for, well, I don't know. No, it's not. I really like the pump. I'm going to put some in the beard as well. Well, that was a decent shave. I realized part of the irritation, as you can see, I'm kind of pink right now. And part of the irritation is I was standing out in the sun talking with a coworker as I was leaving. We both left at the same time. And stood outside our cars at a safe, social distancing distance from each other. And chatted in the sun. And I've been inside so much, it does not take very much to get me to sunburn. I mean, it doesn't take much for me to get a sunburn on a normal day. So, yeah. Anyway, oh, this stuff feels so good. The menthol, it just smells so good. Boomtown Bay Rum, wonderful. Oh, so leather, gunpowder, West Indian Bay Rum. Yeah, great stuff. That was the soap as well, of course. And the, I don't know, Craving Shaving something. What should I name it? Oh, with this. Now, this is going to be a while. I'm not going to make these, I don't think. I've weighed the options, and I just don't think it would be worth having to deal with the fallout from it. It does work, though. I mean, I can shake it. I even just shook it off in the shower to get the water out of the knot, and it stays in there just fine. I have had it come out shaking it, though, in the past. I think that was when the other magnet was starting to come unglued, but I re-glued it back in there, and it's working fine now. Really, really cool idea. Don't think I'm going to make them. I will, however, I think, I'm contemplating this, I'm pretty sure I'm going to give this away at some point with just a whole set of knots. Maybe when I hit 1,000 subscribers, if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll give that away with just every knot that I have. So I have probably these two and the other one that I'm getting, and whatever else I have at the time. Who knows how long it'll be before I hit that milestone. So, and what else I'll have. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in. If you feel like tuning in to the live brush turning tonight on Instagram, head over there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, and hopefully you guys are all staying safe and have a wonderful day.